Hello everybody and welcome back to another day here at Captain Crossbones Cove. So today it is officially dropped for us on Steam a playtest on the new House Flipper Remastered collection. So this is a game by Frozen Way and Frozen District. This is based on the original first House Flipper, but what they've completely done is a total overhaul of the original House Flipper, rebuilding it from the ground up to allow for better performance and new mechanics that were impossible in the original engine. So the all-in-one value, it bundles the base game and all previous DLCs, including HGTV and Apocalypse for console players, into one ultimate polished package. Their release window and price planned for release in April 2026, so not that long away. It'll cost around $49.99, which, if you bear with me, I can figure this one. $49.99 into pounds. That works out at £37.74 for the UK, which is an absolute fantastic price considering you're getting all the DLCs all in with it. The owners of the original game plus all DLCs can upgrade for approximately $20. So if you already own the original game, then you can upgrade that straight away for that $20, which works out at £15.10. So that isn't bad at all, really, considering the fact that, you know, people like myself who has the original game doesn't have to worry too much about rebuying it as a complete restart. We can just upgrade, so that's brilliant. It includes 6 brand new jobs, new houses for sale, and over 800 new items. So the stunning lighting upgrade is one of the latest, which was the yellowy tint. That was one of the main downfalls in the very first release. So we'll discover that as we progress through the game and see all the differences. There is a UV flashlight, so it is a new UV tool that makes dirt glow, making the cleaning process much faster and more satisfying. Improved building tools, so show off the new flipping gun, like in HF2, for copying, rotating, and duplicating items quickly, along with better wall snapping mechanics. There are smoother performance side of things. They mention here that there is the increased frames per second, stability fixes, and faster loading times. So that apparently, we will discover this as we progress, but it also solves the clunkiness of the original. We have voice acting included as well, so it says listen for the new voiceover acting for clients, which adds a deeper story element to the jobs. So let's take a nosy. Obviously, with comparison to House Flipper 2, the Remastered collection keeps the cozy classic House Flipper 1 vibe, but gives it the technical polish of House Flipper 2. It's targeted at long-time fans who missed the original sprawling collection of DLCs but want it to look and run better. So, without further ado, let's start getting into our game. So, here's the original office from the very first one. Already you can see that there is a bit more space from what it looks like here. You've got, instead of a fence, if I'm correct, it's been a while since I played the very first one, but from the looks of everything, we've got hedging all the way around. Obviously there is fence panels behind it, so without further ado, let's go on inside and have a nose. Okay, so the originality of the original first office is there. Already it feels a lot brighter and a bit more spacious. Obviously the color of the laptop in the original, I believe, was like a grey silver. They've now gone with a black one. What have we got under browser? So there's nothing purchased at the moment. The map layout, now that looks absolutely fantastic. Again, the whole appearance of the map is completely different. Looks brilliant. We've got a good array of places. We've got Winter Hills, Flipperberg, Moonrise Bay, Sunset Bay, North and South Levyville. Couldn't get my words out. And we've also got Hart Valley and Cozy Village. Now, during this playtest, we do only have Hearty Valley and Sunset Bay currently available to us. Whether we get any other areas unlocked as we progress, we'll find that one as we do. Okay, so a new beginning. John and Nicole have just moved into their stilt house by the sea. A dream come true. The view definitely says so. But as breathtaking as it is, it doesn't hide the fact that the place needs some work. Okay, so they've got over here in the left corner, let me just tweak things so that you can see it just that little bit better. Because I don't want to hide anything. So there we go. If I put myself just there, how does that look for everybody? So okay, so with this one, they've got a budget of £5,896.50, 2 choices, and 7 rooms. Okay, so we'll go on ahead. Now, I think if I'm correct, we've done this house originally in the first one.
Hello and welcome. My name is Greta Evans.
And I'm Oliver Jordan. Together, we'll renovate the homes of our hosts.
But there's something more to it all than just painting, plastering, and assembling. So grab your tools and join us in Sunset Bay, a charming little town by the seaside.
Look at this little beauty. I've always wanted to live in one of these.
Fortunately, John and Nicole still aren't sure how to arrange the living room.
Not only this, don't forget about the shack under the house.
We must definitely talk it through, but let's do it during the renovation.
Okay, so the voice acting actually is so much more realistic feeling. I quite like that, to be honest. So yes, this was the house on stilts in the original, so it'll be interesting to see what difference there is. Now, usual toggle for the tool menu, but with a slight twist to this one. Instead of one radial menu and then flicking between 3 or 2, I think it was 2 radial menus in the original. And of course, it wasn't a transparent effect like this, and it's just fascinating how much they've changed it. Okay, so let's first of all get into this one. Okay, so we've got to gather the rubbish or the trash. So we'll definitely do that first. Okay, so in the original, obviously, we had to remove one of the tasks. I think, if I'm right, it was to remove the weeds in the garden. We don't seem to have that task, but that's no issue really, because you can do that under your own steam, or if you want to leave it, you can. Obviously, there isn't a task to do it like there was in the original, same as mowing the grass or cutting trees down. I do like the fact they've brought cars into it, and obviously moving. They've got ships over there, or sailboats. Then you've got your hot air balloons. Now, from what I can tell between this one and the original, everything is more, what's the word? You don't kind of get that 3D effect with the hot air balloons. I've just noticed that over there you've got two that have kind of collided. But yeah, the whole visual aspect of the game is absolutely fantastic. So let's go on and have a look into our jobs. Okay, so definitely our first option to deal with is to delete all the rubbish. Can't do anything with the tools. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take those. Our first protocol is doing that. Okay. Now, that should be all the trash. No, not yet. Somewhere here. There's one. Okay. Right. So, we'll clean the dirt. There is some more trash there I've just spotted. So grab the cell tool and we'll get those gone. And I've got dirt to clean in here. Okay, done. So what it's asking us to do is make a decision. Okay. Sauna and a bathroom. Being able to hop in the sauna after swimming in the sea sounds fantastic. Or just cleaning it up will suffice. This is a very capable storage room, maybe even suitable for a workshop. It could do with a chair though. Okay. Well, I'm gonna pick the storage room / workshop. Okay, so we open the radial. It says here to purchase a chair, so we'll go ahead and sort that. So that can just sit there. And he wants a drill. Now that looks absolutely fantastic how they've designed it. Makes it feel more realistic. And then we want a trash bin, which we'll put there. Okay, so first job is done. Now we'll head outside. Or can we do in here? Nope, they're both done. Right, even better. Right, okay. So there's nothing to do here. Nothing in the garden. So let's head up to the house. Okay, so make a decision, sell objects, clean dirt, clean the windows. Okay, so we'll sell everything that it wants us to and progress forwards. They don't need to go. Anything here? No. Right. Okay. So it definitely feels a lot more spacious than what the original one did. I don't know if you guys can see that, but to me, from what I'm seeing, it definitely does look bigger. Just that whole aspect of it. Just, yeah. Okay, so where else have we got dirt? So there's bathroom to do, and we've got in here to do. Okay, so we make a start by selling furniture. There's nothing in there. And we'll go into the bathroom. Okay, so those are done. Doesn't want us to sell those. Right, so sink. Let's have a look. So we've got a good array of the original sinks. From what I can see here so far. What should we go with? Let's go with that one. And assemble. Okay, so the whole mechanical assembly is just like the original, which is brilliant. I love the brightness. The gold really pops on there. That is a lovely sign to see. Right. What do we need? We need shower plumbing system. So we'll put that here. Let's have a look at that. See how that does. Okay, so we want a nice shower for in here. We'll go with that. What's going on here? There we go. Right. So if I've done this correctly, everything should line up. Okay, brilliant. There we go. Okay, so you can't do what you can do in the second house flipper. In that one, there isn't any plumbing to put in place, but once you put a sink or a shower or a bath, you are able to turn those on. So again, it's keeping a lot of the original features of HF1, not being able to do anything like that. So that's okay. The original window cleaning method. Where have we missed? There we go. We've done it. Right. Next one. Okay. So we want to make sure all the windows are completely clean. Alright, what's next? That one. Okay. I think that will be... Yes, it is. All the windows done. Right. So, choice to be made. Definitely a TV. The room feels so empty without it. We can also add some decorations, a carpet, and a few potted plants. Couldn't get the words out. So that's the lady's choice. Or we could go with the guy's choice of a fireplace. Could make this room feel more complete. A large corner electric fire would introduce a modern touch to the interior and make everything even more pleasant. So, do we go with his choice or do we go with hers? Well, we went with his choice in the workshop downstairs, so we'll go with hers here. Okay, so what we need first of all is some nice blinds. Now, the paint colors so far that I've had a look at, they're a lot more vibrant than the original. So that definitely is a huge improvement. I'm just trying to decide what color we could do. We'll go with grey, just seems easiest. Okay, now where's that assemble button? I can't do the assemble just yet because we need to hit the others. That's me having a moment. Again, that is something with the original that we can't do, is we can't fit them and install them. We literally have to go through the same process as the original one, but that's okay. I know in House Flipper 2, some of the blinds you couldn't open as well as in House Flipper 1, so they haven't changed anything in the way of those sort of features where we can open and close the blinds yet. So, okay. Now, it's definitely a lot easier from my point of view in fitting everything. I've had no difficulty with controller support, so it's definitely some huge improvements and some originality still there, but it is still brilliant. I mean, really can't fault it. I mean, looking at the wood effects on this cupboard, you know, they're more vibrant and realistic looking. So that is definitely a nicer touch with this one. I'm just trying to have a browse and see what sort of color effects we could go with. I mean, there is definitely a lot of the original colors there from it. But that already is definitely a huge impact on the difference. It looks absolute brilliant. Okay, so that's that done. What we'll do is we'll place that there, I think. Yeah, we'll go there with that one. So we'll take a look at that. Yeah, that is definitely a huge visual improvement. The color is definitely more vibrant. You can see the actual wood effect. All the little grains of detail are a lot more. I'm trying to think of the word. They pop is the word that I would put personally. But yeah, it definitely has a huge improvement on the coloration and the detail. We can modify as well. Show items on table. Okay, so we can do different things like tableware and tablecloth. Again, something from the original side of it, which again is brilliant. Right, so let's sort that there. We'll go there with it. No, I didn't mean to push that button. So again, like the original, we don't have a choice on the size of that TV. I know on the wall mount one, you could. I think it was 85, something like that. I can't remember fully. But yeah, it's definitely a big improvement. Definitely. Okay, so we want to put that there, and we're going to put that one there. TV remote. Well, they've got to have one of those. One thing I would absolutely say I'd love to see is smart home tech. I don't know if that's something that they may do in the future, or you know, it's just a wait and see kind of thing. But yeah, it's definitely some improvements there, and definitely, like I say, it still could do with a few little touches, like the smart home setup would be great. There's the functionality of being able to open the windows, open the blinds, sorry. Things, little things, nothing major, nothing too drastic. Right, can we? No, we can't. It has to have that frilly fringe. Right, so we'll put that there. But yeah, overall, like I say, the full controller support is fantastic. That's still there. But it's definitely worthy of looking into if you like to flip houses. We've got the placement grid as well. I've just noticed that. Okay, so we can turn those on and off. Right, so we've done in here virtually. There's just a few more things. This one's definitely feeling a little bit more cramped. There's our torch, which is great. Now, apparently we can change the flashlight brightness. There you go. So that's dim, and then that is at its brightest. Okay, so what we need those. So we'll put those on there, like so. Laundry basket, that can sit there. And the towel unit there. So I'm just literally placing the items here, there, and everywhere just to get them in. But yes, the gold definitely does visually pop. Looking at this mirror now, and that is with the torch on it. You can see the reflection from the torch. So that is fantastic. Not going to complain at that one. Right. Now, in here, we want to purchase a double bed, mattress. We could change that to blue. Bedding, I'd want to go like I think what the best color is to go with. Suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? We'll go like that. How about that? There we go. Right, so we'll put that there for now. I say for now. It'd be better there because looking at that, we've got 2 nightstands. So with those, again, bamboo, and we'll go. What should we do? Just trying to pick a nice colour. That'll do. Okay, and then handles. Let's have a look at the golden, light gold, because we've seen the like the darker gold, if we can put it that way. Okay, so can't really tell with those. Just can't get down low enough to have a look. What we've got here, wardrobe. So we want bamboo. No, we'll stick with the original plan. We'll stick that there. What we got here, another one. Helps if you pick the colours. Right. I think that makes a perfect spot for those. Now, personally, if it was my own project, what I would do is I'd bring the wall so that it lined up here, kind of give it more of an in-depth kind of built-in feel. But that, as I say, is a personal preference. Nice carpet there. What we got? Mirror. We can do that in the bamboo. We can go large, medium, or small. We'll have a look at a large one there. There we go. Looks like a portal. portal in the wall. Again, we can change the brightness of our gold. So that's light gold, go golden, go black. Then we'll do that. We'll go black. There. Right. So if I now turn my torch off, turn on the light, I think that looks really smart. So you can really see the detail of the LED in the bulb. I think the finer detail is definitely an improvement. Right, so last thing to purchase is plant. There we go. Okay, complete the job, and we made $1,000 more than the original budget. So win-win. Can't complain. So we get before and afters. I'm pretty sure we can turn the before and after off in the setting, just like we were able to in the original. Okay, so let's have a look. Still no home there to purchase. We've got Heart Valley next. So let's have a look at Heart Valley.
You know the saying, birds of a feather? That's Liam and I. No one in the world loves birds as much as we do. Our feathery flock is huge, so we need a lot more space. We've searched for a home like this forever. This yard is perfect. It'd be a shame to waste it. Let's turn this spot into an eco garden. Add garden beds and put solar panels where they'll get the most sun. And right here, build a big aviary for our chirpy friends. They deserve to spread their wings and play in the skies every day. And
okay,
fly,
so
we'll relax
again,
with our human flock.
The voice acting is definitely a huge improvement on that. Sell items. Okay, so wants us to sell those. Now, I have noticed we've got a radial menu, so from what I can gather, we can kind of sell more than what was in the original feature of the first one. If I remember rightly, you didn't have that full radial effect. So we'll go ahead and take those. Doesn't want that one gone. Okay. So what we got? Sell that and those. That's just clip through the floor. Clean up leaves. Okay, so no audio from that. I don't know why. I'm sure we were meant to have audio from it. We did in the original. So, again, nothing there audio-wise, which is a shame because it takes it away from the original sound. It's definitely not my sound settings because they are all okay. I'm just trying to have a quick glance through the settings. So you can have all the original features of the original, where you can disable the pets needs, you can change from cockroaches to broken glass, you can hide buyers from comments during gameplay. So yeah, there is definitely a huge amount of the original still there. I just can't see a way to disable the before and after. No, I can't seem to see that. Okay, never mind. But yes, so onwards and upwards. Right. Okay, I've got piles of leaves here to remove. It's definitely a upgrade I will be going with. I definitely do prefer this version to the original. Yeah, as I say, a lot of visual improvements, new features, new tools, things like that. It's, yeah, definitely. I mean, we can't give it a full-on, what's the word? We can't give it a full-on go at with all the levels to see any different at the moment. Whether we can further in the play test, we'll soon find out. Currently, we're just on these two. But we'll certainly have a look as well and see what we can do with the office. So that'll be interesting to see. Just a few more leaves. They're around here somewhere. There we go. Found them. So the visual on the map is a lot better as well. Now on the mini map. I do like the fact as well, cutting the tree down. Oh, this one. This one is different. So that first one that I cut down, was able to be disposed of pretty quickly. But this one just doesn't seem to budge. Okay, so let's go and pick up. Oh, we've already got it. Where is that? Garden and farming. Okay. That's got it. Right. So where are these leaves actually meant to be? Probably my easiest solution is... No. It's not going to let me use that. Okay. I was just going to see whether we could burn the grass. But no, what we'll do, we'll grab the lawnmower because it's completely baffling where these other leaves have gone. So by the looks of things, they've kind of disappeared. I'm literally on top of them. Okay, well that's definitely a bit of a pain in the behind. Because it wants us to do that. I'm just going to clear away some more. Just to kind of see if I'm missing anything. Because I really can't work out. There's one. Okay, so we've found that one. That's gone haywire. There it is. So it's a shame the grass doesn't stay like a greenish colour. Again, it'd be nice if we could have that darker green feel, you know, like the I'm trying to think of the word to best describe. So I personally think that they could do some more visual improvements on that. As I say, hey, let's remove that. And let's see, that's what it's telling us, is that they're here. So why can't I clean those? Very, very strange. But there's one. Could it be anything to do with those? Because I know we've got to take these completely down. We'll have a look. Nope, still nothing. Right, cut down tree. Because to me, that looks like they're actually in the tree, but they're actually not. They're on the floor. Okay. Oh, there you go. They've started appearing now. Yep, there you go. They've started appearing. Now we've cut those trees, so we can move those. So they were actually in the tree themselves. Okay, so gather those. I think we're going to have the same situation here. I think. Come on. Play nicely. Okay, so I think we've got the same again here. We need to bring down these trees. Because from what I can see, it's kind of trying to tell us they're actually in the tree. So I think we'll do that first. Oop. That one's gone. Same again here. We'll cut that one. Okay, take those. So they are taking just a little bit longer to make the trees disappear. So the minute I cut down the tree, some of the trunks will let you remove them, and others just seem to have a little bit of a wobbly. Okay, so again, another one here. Right, so yeah, these were all up in the tree from the looks of that, which is absolutely fine. That one doesn't want to play ball with us for some unknown reason. I think what we'll do, we'll grab the lawnmower and just reveal again, same controls as the original. No difference at all in that. And still haven't found them. There's some. Okay, so I'm having to cut the grass just to reveal those. Yeah, the grass being cut would be a bit better if it was still like a darker shade of green. Well, that's okay. A lighter green is better because originally the ground was proper yellow. So it has had some visual changes, but I definitely say it does need that bit darker green to the cut grass. Right, so we now head over to here. We should, in theory, be able to grab those. There they are. Okay, so we'll clean up those. I believe that is all of those on this side. Can't see any more currently. Okay. Another tree here to take down. Okay, that's that one. And are we going to take these? Yes, we have. Right, that should reveal a few things. I think we've got the leaves now. Okay, so in that case, let's head up onto here, and we want ladders and scaffolding, and put that there. We want the cell tool. There we go. Okay, so that is it for there. Where's the chainsaw? We'll take these out. So it's definitely a lot visual improvements, as well as a lot more ease of access, if I'm right. I do like the fact that they give you the outline for this, so that again becomes very helpful. How far can we stretch? Can go to there, which is great. Brilliant. Okay, so we've 100%ed that, and it hasn't even put the door in place, so we'll just add that. Remove trash still. Huh. Okay, so if you click on the tractor, that asks you to go home, whereas the original I'm correct, used to be able to... Oh, and you can still do so. Okay. Yep. That's fair enough, isn't it? We can utilize both of those options. Now, I don't know why it's asking me to remove trash. As far as I know, we've got it all. Obviously outside. We'll cross that bridge. Because I'm completely confused to where that is. But yeah, the whole cleaning up side of things is definitely a better radial for like group selling, is it? I'm quite impressed with that, to be honest. Okay, so we'll go with those. That needs to go. Those as well. Okay, so that's now given us a downstairs floor and a upstairs floor. So we've got cockroach heaven here. Again, something that was in the original. So we'll just send them up the Hoover. There we go. Right, want rid of that. Rid of that. Clean the dirt. Okay, so oh, got a bit of a glitch going on here. Don't know why. Okay, never mind. Right, so let's have a look and see. There we go, it's got rid of the rubbish. So now we can come on in here. There's no task to do the roof unless... Right, flip that round. Okay. Go to tasks. Try and step over it. There we go. Okay, so now we can do the roof. Can we change direction? I think we have to do that over here, don't we? Or is it just the size? I don't know. Right, okay. So Let's first of all. Ah! No! Don't fall in. No! Right. Back on here, and we'll go there. Okay. So, how do we turn the items? Huh. That's not any use to us. Okay. We put one there. Right. So, I've got it. Okay. So, using one just as a base, kind of to base off, because for some unknown reason, it doesn't like you putting the corners straight in. And he falls. Come on. You're not that injured. Right. It was self-inflicted. You created that. Right. There we go. Okay. Now for the other 6. Go here. Okay, and then want to do those there. Right. So from what it's saying now, it wants a bird bath, bird box, mini box. Okay, so we'll put one of those. Oh, it's wanting 3 of those. My apologies. So you can't put them next to each other, but you can certainly. So that's a bit of a pain, because if you want to line them up side by side, we haven't got that option. So, okay. We'll do that instead. We'll just give them a really nice aviary. See, you can put these ones side by side. So if you can put those like so, why can't you do that with these? Mind boggles. You have to have that little gap. Okay. So it wants us to put these down in here. 15 of those. Now we can't sell the what's the word I'm looking for? You can't sell anything in the way of these. You can move them. So we could put those, say, there, even though it doesn't ask you to. In theory, if you're building a aviary, you wouldn't really want these in the way. So I'm just going to take those and put them out here. And then I'm going to work out what else we could do with them. Because it's just weird. I mean, they want 16 slabs putting down, but yet putting those down in here while you've still got these patches just doesn't make sense. Right. Now this is definitely one thing I would love to see brought into HF2. Having that greenhouse like this, that would be absolute brilliant. You know, it was originally in the first one. Right, so it's gone dark. I'll just quickly show you the torch feature. So, as I say, you can turn the brightness down, or we can whack the brightness up full. I do like that feature. Gives it more adjustability. Just can't do anything while you've got something in your hand. So, okay. Go there. Now, the original house flipper as well, if I remember right, the slabs used to turn on an axis once you placed them. At the minute, it hasn't done so. Right, so we'll put that there. That is that complete. And the entire garden is done. So, don't know why I just shut those, turned that off. So the lights are definitely brighter. Don't know why. Let me just check that. Yeah, I've still got the feature on which allows us to have them stay on. Well, okay. They've got like a motion sensor kind of effect by the looks of it. Is that something we can change? That is the question. Eco lighting system. We turn that off. What now happens? Okay, so if I come back up here, turn that on. Nope, that's fine. Everything stays in place. Right. So now we're going to sell everything in here. We'll just turn the light on so we can see. And then we want to grab that. Okay. Do. Right, so that is that done. Sell the lot. And we want to sell those. No. There it is. Right. Same again in here. And now we want the demolition. So it lights up what walls need to come out, I believe. It did. Okay, so press RT. There we go. So if you're gonna knock down walls, you can't just press RT and it stays highlighted. Whether they change that, something that would possibly be a better choice, because it's quite annoying having to hold your hand on the button. A slight delay in hitting. Again, it would be brilliant if we could have the option for multi-hitting instead. You know, rather than just hit one, hope for the best kind of thing. If we could have that option to spread the wide kind of hit effect. Right. Over here next. So we're taking out all these walls currently that they want us to. So we'll just keep on going with that. And we've got walls to build as well. Okay, almost there now. Lovely jubbly. Take those. Okay, so that is all the walls taken out. Let's have a look at doing that. Go. So that's that one done. Now where else is the again here? See, that is going to be quite irritating. Every time you press the build button or the interact button, it's just going to make things disappear, and it's just, ooh. Sorry, but that is definitely something that would get on my nerves, and it is, in a way. That definitely is something that needs sorting. Right, access to the roof. Okay. So up here, modify the room's layout. So it wants us now to basically create another floor. The kind of one of those, right. We'll go there. Oh, hang on. It wasn't showing that before. Okay. Well, that's a complete doozy. I've got to go around and delete all of this now. This is what I mean. It just because you have your finger on the trigger, you just don't realise. Ah! Okay, grapple. There we go. We're up. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, so we still have the issue with the grapple still activating and holding you if you're not careful with the button. Never mind. So I'll undo all my mistake that I've done here, because it didn't specify. And like I say, with the trigger button being pressed, it hides that situation that you don't really need, because you want to be able to succeed forwards. We'll just undo all of this. Now, I didn't turn the torch on then. That turned on automatic. Yeah, we're now coming into daylight. I'm just going to undo all of my mistake I've made. So feel free to giggle at my mistake. But like I say, I can't help that. Honest. It's one of those unfortunate situations where, like I say, you can just see it. I'm having to take my finger off the trigger button to then re-highlight the wall, because if I deactivate it, pressing the same interact button, it kind of doesn't help. So just going to take all of this mistake out. Okay. Flying bricks everywhere. So yeah, you can see prime example again of the annoyance that you get with that. Because if it's already triggered and then you don't realise that you've turned it off by using the same button, could definitely do with some improvements there. Okay, so taking out all of this existing mistake. Nobody saw nothing. I didn't make a mistake. We'll blame the computer for that, because like I say, it's got the same trigger for the hammer at the same time. So yeah, same with the wall. It's kind of, that is the irritating part about it. You know, you're trying to build a wall, and every time you do that, you've got to keep pressing the trigger button. Yeah, that definitely would be an irritation. Right, so this is new. What we got here? Ooh, that's snazzy. Okay. Right. I've just sussed something out. And that's really cool with the selling gun there. Right. So, like you would with the blueprint, you can actually do a whole stretch. That's definitely something different. Now, where does it want me to put those? Who knows? Right. Are we going to get given any information? No. Luckily I'm doing this correct. Okay. So you can change the size of the amount you're putting down. Again, another great feature regarding that. And now we want one of those. Again, we're not going to use all of them, but it is what it is. We just have to make do, and I don't know where they've disappeared to. There they are. Let's put those down. Okay. Now, it wants 4 of these. Oh, come on. No! Let me move. Right, I'll have to come round here then. Okay. So we'll get those into position there. What else does it want? Really? You want to put a grill up here? Okay. Right, so we've got a door there. Glass wall here. Another one there. Okay, and then 4 of those. And that doesn't specify. Yes, it does. I apologize. That was me not paying attention. Right. So it won't let you put those anyway for some known reason. There we go. Now it will. Wouldn't a second go? Right. Okay. So from the looks of things, this dopey Nana has decided to go ahead and delete that stairwell. So we need to put that back because that needs to stay. There we go. Could have done with ideally having a bit more space to push it back. That's kind of a teeter on the edge. Right. Okay, so what else we got? They want the grill up here. Bit unusual. You'd usually have that in the garden. Some nice chairs for them as well. So we'll put those there. You got a nice view of the valley. You can use the chair as well. That's great. Obviously you can't use those, but you can open the lid. We'll put 2 of those. We'll go 1 there, 1 there. And we've got we'll go there with these. These are your garden lamps. Okay. What else we got? 4 pillars. Okay. That's a bit of a weird one. Right. So they're not exactly visible at the moment, but that could be because obviously it's daytime. Right, one more. We'll put that. Where should we put that? We'll put that there. Okay, now, nice fire pit. There we go. And they want a telescope. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Okay, so up here is done. So we'll head downstairs, jump down. Want one of those. Now it wants me to sell that ceiling light. Okay, how are they meant to have light? Really? Can't do anything in here? Okay, we can do something in here. What will... Oh, okay. Gotta take that out. With the same here then? Nope, there's nothing there to say we need to do anything. Right, so lay carpet or floor tile. So it's fitted carpet. This is okay. There we go. Right. Paint the walls with white. Again, that's okay because some of this has already been done for us. We're just adding to it. Okay. Now to paint. Right, so that is done. Now, what do we need? We need a bed. It's one of those ones, this is it. Yep. It's one of those that drops down. That is brilliant. Two of these So we'll go one there, and we'll put one there. Light switch. We'll put one there. Ceiling light. Go there with it. And then that there. Come on. No, don't click through. Thank you. Right. Bird cage. Oh boy. Wasn't expecting that one. So, I'm going to move that. We'll find somewhere for that shortly. Let's grab that. And come on. Don't be a non. There we go. Right. It's not quite up against the wall, but it's in the room. So that is in. We want a plant. And then the poof. I think the best place for this is going to be here. And then that is sitting on there. Okay. That's done in there. Nothing here. Now what's in this one? Carpet. Again. Easy enough to sort. And then get a paintbrush. Or paint roller, sorry. And we're out of paint. And again. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Right. Light switch. It would be helpful. Go there. And we'll grab two of these. So one there, one there. Because there's no window in this part. Corner wardrobe. Oh, fun. Okay. So we want two of those. Then we want one of those. And I think we'll do one of those, but we can't put that to the side. So we'll do exactly that. And then the last two should technically fit here. So just got to make sure that they're lined up. Like that one isn't. There we go. That got it. Right. Same again in this one. And guess what? The light switch. That's in my way. Right. I'll move that very shortly. Oh, come on. You went in on the other side. Okay. Right. Why does it never plan out? Let's move that. Right. Okay. So, excuse me yawning. It's gonna be that that's in my way. Okay. So that's how I want it to set up. There we go. Just a few tweaks and it's in. Right. Now for that there. And we'll put the other one there. I'm going to move this light switch just over a bit. And then grab a stool that can sit there. Okay, so rooms left on here. We've still got the second floor. So in here, wants us to install panels. So we'll do that now. Okay. Gotta just grab those two. I didn't think so. I thought you could move the bookshelf with the books still on it. Nope. Never mind. Okay, I'm just going to leave them hanging. Because I'm just in one of those to say, yeah, they can deal with it. I'm just in charge of the building. Should have moved it out the way beforehand, shouldn't they? But never mind. Right. Okay, that's done. We'll come around here and we'll get that. We just need one more. We'll grab that one. That can go there, like so. What do they want? They want carpet through here. We can give them that. Then what do we need? We need those. And we're going to need a aquarium. I am going to have to put these back on the shelf because I need that space. My fault. Entirely my fault. Oh well, lesson learned. Don't try putting a bookcase across the other side of the room, and it just won't take books with it. Shame. I'm sure one of the house flippers, whether it was the first one or the second one, but one of the two, I remember you being able to move the furniture with items still on it. I think that was a HF2 thing, though. I can't fully remember. But that would be absolute brilliant if they could add it to this. Right. So we'll put those there. Goes there. I'm just going to grab all the flat ones that are like grouped together. We'll just throw them willy-nilly. Obviously, they can deal with the books. I should have moved all this furniture before I started. I did ask them to. Never mind. But yeah, someone definitely enjoys reading. Right. Can I get, without having to move the rest of those? Nope. Excuse me. Okay. So, can't moan. They didn't move the bookshelf before I came in to decorate, so I'm not taking the blame. Right, that can sit there. You can add food, which you could in the first one, I believe. So, again, that is another great feature. There's nothing else in that room, so it's going to be this one now. Lay floor tiles. Okay, then same with that one. And we want the walls doing to all of them, I think. Um, doesn't really say, but my understanding, it looks as though it's going to be all the wall, which is fine. We can cope with that one. Okay, so those into place. Right. That one. That's something I never checked. No, it doesn't come through. That's alright. Not that I can see of anyway. Oh no, it has come through. Okay. Same issue as we've had in the very first one. Yeah. What was the guess at that? Oh dear. Again, clip through the wall. Same issue we had with the first one. Right. Okay. So if you do go ahead and purchase this, I think personally it's worth waiting just that little bit of extra time before purchasing it, because it will give them that opportunity to fix it. So yeah. Right. Two pieces left. Righty-ho. What's going on? There we go. I already have laid the tiles. Where are you asking me to put them? Oh. Oh. Wants them on that wall. Right. Okay. So we'll just go ahead with this wall. Okay. Right. So, next job. Put those down. We'll sell them, get them gone, because we don't need them. Sliding train door. Okay. Whoever came up with that weird idea. Never seen a sliding train door used as a door in the first one. So yeah, that was new. All right, path to freestanding. There we go. So we now want to have a look. There's no difference between the two. No, I could see. Okay. There we go. so that's the bathing. Washer plumbing system. Can I ask, or didn't I? Why would you have a plumbing system for a washer upstairs? You would have thought the washers would get used downstairs. Mountable washing machine. Or do we go with the Emma one? I think we'll do the delight of the Emma one. Oh, come on. Don't be a silly sausage. Nope, don't want you there. Come on. Right, so it's gonna go there. Couldn't get in it any other place. So we'll take that off. Same again as HF1, taking out the bolts. Okay, that done. And then onto our pipe. Water in. And then we want that one. There we go. Washer in place. Right, now we want a towel radiator. So we'll give them that. And then mount that to it. Okay. Right. Just turn that on. Okay. What's next? Shower plumbing. Okay. Eh. Oh, God. This is going to be a fun task. Trying to squeeze it all in. So we'll unscrew that. Okay. Ooh. I've got an outdoor shower. Think. Let's go with that one. Am I right? You watch, I've got that the wrong way round. Yep, I sure have. So, let's try again. That one. How about that? There we go. Wunderbar. Right, what we've got? Sink. That can go there. And then mountable sink. Okay. What do we need now? Why do we need another sink? Oh, because I haven't assembled it. That helps. Okay. Right. What's left on our agenda? Toilet. Okay. Nice and easy. I will put that there. What we got? We've got a shelf here that can sit there. Obviously it needs to come over. Another one over this side then. That one there. And two of those. We'll go one here and put one there. And then our light switch. Yeah, that's good. Nice mirror above the sink, but we'll put that on that wall. And we want a big brown rug. Right. Okay, what's left? Hey, I've just put that in. Ah, you absolute donut. It needs two. Right. Helps if you read the instructions. Right. So we are done in here. We're done in here and done in here. So, I think it's first floor now, which is the last of things. Gotta use the annoying hammer system again. Right. So we'll pull that door closed. We'll go to there. And then, no, at least let me finish laying first. And then we'll send that one to there. Okay. Next on the agenda. Where's missing? You're telling me I need to put floor tiles. Is that it? There and in here. Right. Okay. Lovely. And we've got to sort this one out as well. This one definitely needs a good clean. Okay. Right. What wall? Okay. It be this wall. Okay. So, what do we need in here? It's telling us to lay tiles to the floor. So I believe it wants all the tiles to match, which is fine. Right. So go there. Build the walls. Build the upper walls. Okay, so we've got to take this and blank it off. And then get this one and do the upper right walls. Okay, right. So that is all the walls sorted. What's next? Install panels. We'll go ahead and sort that. Okay. Again, we just want to have enough to sort there out. Okay, same again this side. Okay. I'll go all along here. Certainly want to go across here. Okay. That's that. And then there's another wall just here. Do the same there. Right. Okay. Why did I just see a box of some sort? Did I? I didn't. I don't think I did. Okay. Now, let's have a news and see what's going where. So, this is going to be the dining room or the lounge. Not sure. I'm sure we'll find out though. Come on. There we go. Um. Okay. That one doesn't want to play ball with us for some unknown reason. There we go. Now it does. I still don't know what to do about that corner piece or end piece. We'll figure that one as we progress. Another one here. Okay. And now we want to change it and go to one of those. And that is all the kitchen put together. Come on. Get into place. There we go. Okay. What's left on our agenda? We've got the sink unit. So where have I made a bowls? Let's take that one out. Put that there. Then move that one. Put that one there. Okay, right. We've got I think maybe yeah, we're gonna have to change the direction. Doesn't quite fit how I've got it. By the time I put that in, it's gonna block the door. So I think rearrange would do us good. Well, that was a bit bright. Okay, so we're going to rework how things were put in. Now, what was I looking for? Not sure. But, okay, that's all we've got time for, folks. On today's episode. Tomorrow we'll have another look and continue with this one. I really appreciate your views. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. It is free to subscribe. Thanks again all for watching. Bye for now.
Avast, ye scallywags! If ye enjoy this video, don't be a scurvy dog. Mash that like button and subscribe to me channel. Fair winds to ye all. Thanks for watching me hearties, and I'll see ye in the next voyage.